Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing great. This is exactly a week after day 6 video. I guess it was actually really good that I did my day 6 checkup video on that day, because if I had left it any longer then that video wouldn't have been done. So I'm proud of myself. Let me pat myself on the back for doing that. It's day 13 after my very first chemotherapy. So I'm just gonna give you guys like a lowdown of what happened from the end of that video up until just before I started recording this video. I think in the evening of day 7, which was on a Tuesday, like I was feeling fine. I was doing everything that I would usually do on a daily basis, trying not to do too much or stress my body too much, and all of a sudden my temperature rose from the usual standard 37 Celsius degree that it's always been to 37.8, and it wouldn't get any lesser than that. It started increasing, and eventually I got to 38 degrees, 38.3 if I'm not mistaken, because I was so like confused. I wasn't too sure if my thermometer was working properly, because I had one on my table and I was like, okay, I think this thermometer is broken, let me go use a different one. And yes, I used a different one, and the temperature measurement even came back more than what I initially found the very first time, if that makes sense. I can't even speak anymore. So I started like getting worried that, oh my god, I've got to get myself to the doctors. I've got to literally get myself to the emergency department, because my doctor said to me that I should always check my temperature every single day at particular times and just keep my temperature below 38 degrees. And on this day I just couldn't. I had cold showers. I tried eating ice cream as well. Oh my god. I tried everything possible to like bring my temperature down for like 3 hours, but my temperature wouldn't budge. It just literally stayed at 38.3. And I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. My doctors advised that no matter how trivial the whole situation might be, even if I don't feel sick, I should get myself to the hospital, because that's the easiest way for someone to lose their life if they don't take it seriously. Because people lose their lives thinking that, yeah, the temperature is going to go down within a couple of hours. I just need to chill out, take cold showers, put cold ice packs on my body and just relax and stuff like that. But my doctor was like, do not do any of that, just bring yourself to the hospital. So I was taken to the hospital, and oh god, the first 3 hours in emergency department was like hell. And you know what, yeah, like it's during this corona COVID-19 situation, so everyone is like super cautious, super wary about what's going on, and everyone is just like really scared and cautious. But yeah, as soon as I got to the emergency department, I told them that I haven't got corona at all. I have just had my first chemo treatment just about a week ago, and that I know that I do not have corona COVID-19. So of course they did their tests anyway, and god, the way the corona test is done is painful. Oh god, they did their tests and of course they found out that my white blood cells were like, they weren't there literally. They literally disappeared. And of course the white blood cells are the cells that help fight against infection. And usually, if I'm not mistaken, the standard white blood cell count in your body should be like from 8 up, and mine was at 0.6. So that's how bad it was. If my boyfriend, I didn't take him into the hospital, then I probably wouldn't even be recording this video right now, because at that point I was prone to any type of infection. They gave me fluids against the pain I was experiencing, and like I was back to normal, but they had to keep me in for 3 days, and every morning they would check my blood count to make sure that I was getting better. I did get a shot somewhere around my belly to help increase my white blood cell count. Tuesday evening was when I went into the hospital. Wednesday morning, like throughout Wednesday, I felt a lot better than I did the evening before, of course, and I was discharged on Thursday, the 9th of July.
This is my last 30 minutes here. They've released me. I'm going home. I met the nicest people here.
Whenever they need to give you fluids or medication, rather than having to poke your skin all over again, there's just this tube here where they can connect the medication and you get your fluids through this injection. And of course, because this stayed in my arm for 2-3 days, let's say 36 hours, this was the day I left the hospital. But later on in the evening, started feeling a lot of pain in my elbow. It was throbbing, it was hot, it was painful, and in the middle of the night, early hours of Friday morning, let's say around about 2 o'clock, I was so uncomfortable. I felt like vomiting, I felt like doing number 2 at the same time. Everything in my body just felt wrong. I kept tossing and turning in bed. My temperature started rising again. I was feeling really feverish. I don't know, something was in my body that just wanted to come out, and I knew that, okay, Tiwa, you are going to vomit now. So I sat down on the floor. My boyfriend was like pacing back and forth, looking all confused. He didn't know how to help me because I didn't even know what was wrong with me in the first place. He went rushing downstairs to like get me a bucket full of water so I could vomit in it. Before he knew it, when he came back upstairs, he found me in the bathroom, sat on the floor with my head down in the toilet. And I was just vomiting and vomiting. Then, of course, I had to go for a checkup for my white blood cells in the hospital again. And I told them about my arm. They checked me. It was absolutely swollen. The doctors actually looked confused at first because I don't mean to say this in a mean way, but they don't have or they barely have experience with really dark-skinned people. So the doctor that came looking at me was a bit confused because, of course, on a white skin, you can see that something is wrong, it's inflamed. You know exactly what to do immediately because you can see through the skin. And on mine, the first doctor that came to me, she was like, oh, I would need to call a surgeon to look at your arm for you. And The surgeon came through and he's looking confused. That he's not too sure what he's looking at, so he had to go, like he had to look at my arm using a sonogram kind of thing to see what my vein was doing. And of course, through the sonogram we saw that I was inflamed because with my dark skin you can't see blood accumulating around that area. I'm not dissing at all because the doctors and the nurses, they've been like super amazing to me. So yeah, I got this bandage. My arm was like a bit swollen. Got pictures somewhere that I'm gonna like put in this video. I got a couple of rashes as well right after the 38-degree fever situation. Ever since then, I've been doing fine. I'm regaining my strength. I've just got to rest my arm. Still got to go for checkups tomorrow to make sure that everything is in working order. They did tell me yesterday that I wouldn't have to do a surgery to release the fluid that is in my arm, so that's good. It's just crazy that I've just been spending most of my time in the hospital these past couple of days, and it's not nice at all. I mean, the doctors and nurses are sweet, but of course there's no place like home. Outside of that, I'm not too sure if I'm missing anything else, but if I have, then you guys will get it in the next video. I know these videos are going to be somewhat retrospective. I haven't yet decided how this will be coming out yet. Yeah, there's one more thing I've just missed. My hair is gradually coming out now and then, literally falling out. I noticed this on day 10, day 11. There was a patch here that came. Yeah, there's this as well. They're gradually falling off. So yeah, my hair is falling out already. I'm not too sure how to feel about it. I'm really not too sure how to feel, because anything could happen from the end of this video until the next video that I bring to you guys. It's crazy. It's crazy. I think I'm gonna be fine. I actually think, and I believe I'm gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, I hope I haven't confused you guys at all. If you don't have any questions, comments, opinions, or suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will be happy to get back to you all. Bye!